In November 2007, Jonathan Evans, former head of MI5, warned 300 firms of rising cyber threats from Russia and China, targeting sensitive technology and intelligence through advanced internet attacks. The Director General of MI5 had alerted banks and financial services companies that commercially sensitive information was at risk of being compromised by Chinese computer hacking. According to private sector security specialists, Jonathan Evans, who took over as chief of MI5 in April 2007, delivered the warning in an unusual letter to the companies, saying the threat came from Chinese state enterprises. Although it had long been considered a risk by MI5, Chinese hacking has become a growing concern to the agency. The decision to send a letter to private companies appeared to be an attempt to emphasize that it is not only government computers at risk from Chinese hackers, but those from the private sector too. It was not clear whether a particular incident or a spate of incidents prompted the letter. Government officials would not confirm the letter's existence. In his first public speech in October 2007, Mr. Evans expressed irritation that his service, stretched by its anti-terrorism mission, had to devote resources to espionage by Russia and China. Despite the Cold War ending nearly 2 decades ago, my service is still expending resources to defend the UK against unreconstructed attempts by Russia, China, and others to spy on us. A number of countries continue to devote considerable time and energy trying to steal our sensitive technology on civilian and military projects, and trying to obtain political and economic intelligence at our expense. They do not only use traditional methods to collect intelligence but increasingly deploy sophisticated technical attacks using the internet to penetrate computer networks, he said. His predecessor, Dame Eliza Manningham Buller, had delivered a similar message in private speeches. Financial companies, along with others in the fields of communications, food, energy, water, and others, are regarded as part of the critical national infrastructure. Mr. Evans oversees the Center for the Protection of National Infrastructure, an interdepartmental agency devoted to reducing the vulnerabilities of these key sectors of the economy. Between April and October 2008, a WikiLeaks cable disclosed that hackers linked to the People's Liberation Army's 3rd Department stole emails, documents, and passwords from a U.S. government agency. A State Department cable, made public by WikiLeaks in December 2007, reveals the significant threat posed by spear phishing attacks on U.S. government entities since 2002. These cyber attacks, which rely on social engineering tactics, have successfully breached hundreds of systems belonging to the U.S. Army, the Departments of Defense, State and Energy, and other government agencies and commercial firms. Once hackers gained access, they installed keystroke logging software and command and control programs, enabling them to locate and extract sensitive information. The cable indicated that some attacks in 2008 were traced back to a Shanghai-based hacker group connected to the People's Liberation Army's 3rd Department, which handles electronic intelligence gathering. Between April and October 2008, hackers stole 50 megabytes of emails, attached documents, and a full list of usernames and passwords from an unspecified U.S. government agency. These intrusions, known as Byzantine Hades, are categorized as Advanced Persistent Threats, or APTs, a severe form of cyber espionage. The spear phishing emails contain polymorphic malicious code that changes form with each execution, allowing it to embed deeply into networks and evade detection. Hackers perform quality assurance tests before launching attacks to ensure their code can bypass most antivirus programs. Cybersecurity experts note that APTs are typically detected only after they infiltrate networks and start sending stolen data to a control server, which manages the attack. Roger Nebel, Managing Director for Cybersecurity at Defense Group Inc., highlighted the necessity of identifying this phone home activity to uncover such threats. According to an April 2009 State Department cable, U.S. cybersecurity investigators confirmed that Chinese hackers were behind the Byzantine Hades attacks due to evidence of malicious code communicating with a control server. Further investigation identified Yinan Peng, a hacker linked to the Chinese government, as the leader of a hacker group called JavaFile. Despite attempts to contact him, Peng did not respond to emails. International concerns about China's cyber espionage are also detailed in the cables. During a September 2008 meeting at Ramstein Air Base, officials from the US, Germany, France, Britain, and the Netherlands discussed extensive Chinese cyber attacks on various sectors, including military, economic, scientific, and commercial fields. German officials noted an increase in such attacks before significant negotiations involving German and Chinese interests. French officials reported that Chinese actors had accessed the computers of high-level French officials, activating microphones and webcams to eavesdrop. These incidents underscore the global alarm regarding China's aggressive cyber espionage activities. In April 2008, it was revealed that the BND had intercepted emails between Der Spiegel reporter Suzanne Kolbel and an Afghan politician from June to November 2006. This revelation sparked outrage over the violation of press freedom. On Thursday, April 24th, it emerged that the true target of the operation was Trade and Industry Minister Amin Farhang. The reason for his surveillance was not disclosed. Farhang, who had lived in Germany for several years, told the German newspaper Neue Osnabrücker Zeitung that the implication of his cooperation with hostile forces put his life in jeopardy. Because of this absurd lie that I'm some kind of double agent, my life and the lives of my family are in great danger, he said. I could be shot on the street tomorrow. Although Kabul expressed disappointment over the spying revelations, it refrained from direct comments. Afghan Foreign Minister Rangin Dadfar Spanta told the Financial Times Deutschland that the Afghan government would address the issue with Berlin within a few days. According to the FTD, government sources were disappointed that neither the government nor the BND had contacted the targeted minister to apologize or explain the surveillance. On Friday, April 25, 2008, the German Foreign Ministry stated that relations with Kabul remained close. Spokesman Martin Jaeger said Kabul had not officially requested an explanation, nor had the German ambassador to Kabul been summoned to discuss the issue. The Chancellor's office ordered disciplinary action against 3 BND members, including the Chief of Staff of Ernst Erlau and the head of the department responsible for the spying operation. Erlau, who faced a second day of questioning by a parliamentary oversight committee, faced calls for his resignation over the scandal. However, the committee stopped short of demanding his resignation, condemning Erlau's failure to inform the government or parliamentarians about the monitoring of the Der Spiegel journalist, but concluding that this did not warrant his departure. The trust between the parliamentary committee and the leadership of the BND is damaged, Committee Chairman Thomas Opperman said. Opposition members of parliament expressed concern over the BND's potential to operate unchecked, with Max Stadler of the Free Democrats warning that the BND risked becoming a state within a state. In addition to the diplomatic repercussions, the operation clearly violated Germany's basic law on press freedom. Der Spiegel announced that it was considering legal action in response to this serious breach of press freedom. In view of this renewed serious breach of press freedom, Der Spiegel has decided to look at the legal and constitutional implications of this case, it stated. Michael Konken, chairman of the Association of German Journalists, accused the intelligence services of developing a James Bond mentality. 2 years prior, the BND had admitted to spying on journalists to uncover their sources and had apologized, calling it a one-time occurrence. This week, another journalist who had worked in Afghanistan claimed that a senior diplomat had informed him he was being monitored. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe, like, and comment for more cybersecurity stories.